Good morning, my friends. This is Dr. Jeannie Barrow. I want to share something that I experienced recently as I was getting ready in the morning. Typically, when I wake up in the morning, if it's a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, I head out to the gym around 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I get there around 7 and I work out from 7 to 8. When I finish, I listen to a podcast on my way home, and I typically also listen to a podcast on my way there. And today I was listening to Eckhart Tolle, and he was speaking about how to remove the barriers to presence. I know that many of you who are executives or senior leaders and in any leadership role in the corporate world, you have asked me, some of you have asked me, how do I build my executive presence? And what Eckhart taught during that podcast is what I want to share with you. And so presence and executive presence is preceded by awareness, bringing mindfulness and awareness to your current state. Now, what are some of the things that get in the way of us being fully present during a conversation with a teammate, with a colleague, with our manager? Typically, what gets in the way is something that is happening within us that nobody knows that it's an obstacle. And that thing is our thoughts. And when we relate and blend with our thoughts where we don't notice them, they're just happening in autopilot, we are unable to be present for the person that we are having a conversation with. As a coach, I've had to learn the practice of presence because when I'm coaching a client, I have to come into that conversation whole, present, fully aware of what I'm listening, what they are sharing. I need to notice shifts in their energy. And for me to be fully available for them on an emotional level and can connect with them and understand what they're going through, and then be able to ask empowering questions that support the journey that we're together on, I need to be fully present for them. And so over the past 5 years, I have been practicing being fully present for my clients during coaching conversations. Prior to that, I began to practice transcendental meditation. So whether you meditate with guided meditations, if you have a practice already of meditating, or if you're not even really, this is not even in your periphery, that perhaps it's time to consider a meditation practice. Why is that important? As you develop an ability to sit still, and it's not about clearing your mind so that you don't have any thoughts. No, that's not what meditation is about. It's about practicing mindfulness. So in my case, the 20 minutes that I sit down, I close my eyes, and if anything else, you focus on your breath. If nothing else, you focus on your breath. And notice just your breath and your presence, and notice how your body feels. And whatever thoughts come into your mind, don't fight them. Let them come in and notice them. But know that they can keep going. You don't need to hold on to the thought. And so as you sit there for 20 minutes, and I turn on my phone so that I remember that it's only 20 minutes, you can set your timer. If you do a guided meditation, you can do a 5-minute guided meditation, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Find a guided meditation on YouTube and listen to it. And then once you get used to that exercise of sitting down and being present for those 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you make them, what will happen is you will begin to develop this ability to be fully present, because not only will you be present in the way that you are for your meditation, now you can take that with you wherever you go. And the benefits, in addition to expanding and growing in your executive presence, is that you will also become more resourceful. You will feel more peaceful within you, and you will have the ability to come up with solutions in a much clearer and flowing way, because now you're not constantly fighting your thoughts, the monkey brain. You're no longer always having a plate that is too full. How does that happen? How can you get rid of not having a plate that's overflowing? Because right now, the only thing that is happening is that you're listening to this video. Right now, the only thing I'm doing is shooting this video for you. There is no past, there is no future. And if you notice how much of your thoughts are usually on the past or the future, in this very moment, all that exists is my voice, my body as it is right now, and the Zoom session that I'm recording this on. That's it. There is no problem. I don't have to make breakfast. I don't have to do the laundry. I don't have to take my son somewhere. I don't have to go pick up a ping pong table at this place that in Clifton. I don't need to do any of that. Right now, the only thing that exists is you and me. So when you're in your meeting, you develop executive presence by being fully there, only focus on the here now. And I talk about this in my book, Healing Leadership. Here now is where you're listening, you are watching, you're paying attention to people's tones, body language, what people are asking, what comments they are making. And that's when you're able to connect dots and make correlations and ask empowering questions based on what you notice. And as a leader, when you are fully present, no matter what is happening, and that's the key, and that's why we practice mindfulness through meditation, you will be in the moment and with the ability to face that moment, notice what's happening, and then respond versus react. You become a witness to what is happening. And that may mean that you may slow down a little bit. You may not be like constantly energized in the way that you may feel right now, that you constantly have to be the one in action, in motion, always talking. When you bring more executive presence, when you bring more mindfulness and self-awareness to your interactions and your communication and your being, how you are showing up, you tend to slow down. You tend to be more receptive, to be more thoughtful, and to ask questions and sit back and watch other people engage and interact. You don't have to have the center stage all the time. And your thoughts will be much clearer and focused because you are thinking about what you are telling yourself to think about in that moment, and the autopilot disappears. No more having all kinds of thoughts all the time, which can cause an extreme amount of anxiety and stress. If I'm sitting here with you, or if you're in your office, and rather than focusing on what's in front of you, you're thinking about what's happening and coming, and all the stuff that's waiting for you and all the to-dos at home and at work. Yes, of course you would be super stressed. But of course, there's only one outcome out of that, right? Chaos. However, if you know that you have stuff to do, and right now my activity is to plan for what I'm going to do later in the week, then I'm going to devote the next half an hour to get my calendar straight so I can write down in my calendar the things that I need to get done for this week or for next week in order to set myself up for success. So I don't have to worry anymore that, oh, I have to do that, because it's on my calendar that I'm going to be doing that. And when I get to that on my calendar, then I'll focus on that. And my friends, that is, I know it may sound very simple, but that is how we develop executive presence. That is how we become more productive and how we role model for our teams how to become more productive. And that would mean that we're going to focus, we're going to follow through, we're going to have mental bandwidth to be more creative and innovative and to solve problems proactively versus reacting and feeling anxious and experiencing so many negative emotions inside of us. So I hope this quick video serves you. I get inspired when I listen to things and I say, you know what? I'm going to share that with my community. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. So thank you for listening. You know how to get in touch with me, callwithginny.com. And if it's before November 1st, I want to invite you to join me for a 1-hour mastermind on November 1st. All you have to do is click the link in this post and join us. Save your seat because I'm going to keep the group very small. So during that 1-hour mastermind, we're going to get very clear about how to press the reset button and shift from surviving to thriving in a hybrid world. This is for senior leaders who are ready to help their leaders gain more mental health, get clear on what are the obstacles that are getting in the way right now, especially during these challenging and uncertain times, and to walk away with a clear action plan of how you're going to tackle those challenges moving forward so that you will increase your confidence and feel that I am doing something about my team and I'm helping my team retool so that they can move forward successfully. And all of us can have more peace, more serenity in our lives, and get stuff done at the same time. I'll see you soon. And if you want to connect with me and just have a strategy session, you can connect with me at callwithginny.com. I'll see ya.